Tonight, before your eyes close and the world goes silent, there is a message your heart needs to hear. This is not coincidence, and it is not random. Allah speaks to hearts at the exact moment they are ready to listen. If your soul feels heavy, if your thoughts won't rest, and if questions are keeping you awake, pause right now. What you are about to hear is meant to calm your heart, strengthen your faith, and remind you that Allah is fully aware of you at this very moment. Allah's nearness to the believer is not limited to moments of strength or perfect worship. It is felt most deeply during weakness and exhaustion. When the heart feels heavy and the body is tired, Allah remains fully aware of every thought, every sigh, and every unspoken pain. Distance from people does not mean distance from Allah, because His closeness is not measured by physical effort, but by sincerity of the heart. Even when focus in prayer fades or energy runs low, Allah does not withdraw His mercy. He draws closer, offering comfort in ways the soul can feel, but words cannot describe. This closeness brings calm to restless hearts and reassurance to anxious minds. Knowing that Allah is near allows the believer to release fear, slow down, and breathe with trust. In moments of exhaustion, this awareness becomes a source of quiet strength, reminding the heart that it is never alone, never forgotten, and always held by divine care. Every silent struggle carries weight in the sight of Allah, even when no one else notices it. The pain you hide behind smiles, the worries you keep locked in your heart, and the tears you wipe away in solitude are never unseen. Allah's knowledge is not limited to what is spoken aloud. He knows what the heart carries before the tongue can form words. This awareness brings deep reassurance to the believer. When the world overlooks your efforts and misunderstands your pain, Allah remains fully attentive. He records endurance, honors sincerity, and values every moment of restraint and patience. Nothing is ignored, not even the smallest emotional burden you carry. This understanding transforms loneliness into comfort, because being unseen by people does not mean being abandoned. Allah's awareness turns hidden pain into a form of worship where endurance itself becomes meaningful. Knowing this allows the heart to feel validated, supported, and gently reminded that no tear falls without purpose or care from the one who sees all. Divine delay is often misunderstood as denial, but in reality, it reflects perfect wisdom. Allah does not withhold out of disregard. He withholds to protect, prepare, and align outcomes with what is best for the believer. What seems late to human perception may be precisely timed according to knowledge beyond what the heart can grasp. Sometimes delay strengthens faith, teaches reliance, or redirects the believer away from unseen harm. A rushed answer could bring relief in the moment, but regret in the long term. Through delay, Allah reshapes desires, purifies intentions, and builds inner maturity. The waiting period becomes a silent training of the soul, teaching endurance and deeper trust. When a prayer remains unanswered for a time, it is not empty. It is stored, transformed, or replaced with something greater. Understanding this wisdom softens impatience and replaces frustration with acceptance. The believer learns that Allah's timing is never random, never cruel, and never detached from mercy, even when the reason remains hidden. There are moments when prayers feel heavy on the tongue, and the heart wonders if its words are reaching the heavens. In such times, patience becomes an act of faith rather than emotion. Trusting Allah when answers are not immediate requires the believer to rely on certainty instead of feeling. This trust is built on the belief that Allah listens even when the heart feels distant. Unanswered prayers often invite deeper reflection and spiritual growth. They push the believer to strengthen consistency, sincerity, and humility. Through waiting, reliance on outcomes shifts away from personal expectations toward divine choice. This process teaches contentment with what is written, not because the desire disappears, but because confidence in Allah increases. Holding on to hope during these moments transforms uncertainty into strength. The believer learns that faith is not proven by quick results, but by steadfastness. Trusting Allah despite unanswered prayers refines the heart, anchoring it in resilience and quiet conviction. Night carries a special stillness where the soul becomes more open and reflective. As darkness settles, distractions fade, and the heart finds space to turn inward. This is a time when Allah grants a unique sense of security, allowing the believer to feel sheltered from the noise and pressures of the day. The calm of night invites remembrance and softens emotional burdens. Before sleep, placing trust in Allah creates a feeling of safety that no worldly guard can provide. Fear of the unknown, anxiety about tomorrow, and lingering thoughts from the day lose their weight when the heart rests in divine care. Sleep itself becomes an act of reliance, where control is surrendered completely. Through this protection, the believer wakes with renewed balance and clarity. The night does not merely pass, it heals, restores, and prepares the soul, reminding the heart that it is watched over even in complete stillness. Surrendering worries to Allah begins with recognizing personal limits. The heart was not created to carry every burden alone, and the mind was not designed to solve what lies beyond human control. When concerns are held tightly, they drain peace and clarity. Letting go is not weakness, it is an acknowledgement of Allah's absolute power and knowledge. Dua becomes the bridge between anxiety and relief. Speaking to Allah with honesty, without formality or perfection, allows the heart to release what it cannot manage. In these moments, trust replaces tension, and acceptance softens resistance. The act of turning worries into supplication transforms fear into hope. Reliance on Allah shifts the focus from outcomes to obedience and sincerity. Instead of constantly anticipating results, the believer finds comfort in having placed the matter in divine hands. This surrender frees the soul, creating inner peace rooted in faith rather than circumstance. Hope in Allah's mercy gives the believer strength to face what has not yet arrived. The future may appear uncertain, but faith teaches that uncertainty is not emptiness. It is a space filled with divine planning and care. What lies ahead is already known to Allah, shaped with purpose and compassion beyond human understanding. Believing in unseen goodness changes how the heart views tomorrow. Instead of fearing loss or disappointment, the believer anticipates relief, guidance, and growth. Even difficult outcomes carry hidden kindness, unfolding lessons that elevate the soul and draw it closer to Allah. Mercy often arrives quietly, wrapped in experiences that later reveal their value. This hope prevents despair from settling in the heart. It encourages patience, optimism, and steady reliance on Allah's promise. Trusting in His mercy allows the believer to move forward with confidence, knowing that whatever awaits is surrounded by wisdom and care. Remember, your heart is never alone, and Allah's mercy surrounds you even in the quietest moments of the night. Trust Him, surrender your worries, and let your soul find peace. May Allah fill your nights with calm, your days with ease, and your heart with unwavering faith. If this reminder touched you, share it with others and subscribe to Graceful Deen for more uplifting guidance. Comment below with Alhamdulillah for Allah's mercy to spread positivity and blessings.